A positive and negatives analysis of 2 tram stops in Melbourne. Tram stop 6 is located along the intersection of Swanson and Latrobe, amongst other travelers such as pedestrians, bikers, drivers, and other tram users. Positives. This tram stop is abundant with memorable landmarks that can help communicate its location. I could say I'm at the tram stop alongside the State Library, across from Melbourne Central, next to the Snot Green RMIT Info Corner, or adjacent to Swanson Street Hungry Jack's, and almost any person would know which stop I was referring to. With these landmarks brings a high level of variety in the precinct's buildings, types, uses, and forms. Melbourne Central is a major transport link, attracting all walks of life at almost all hours of the day or night. For many different reasons, RMIT and the library attract academics and students, and the many shops and restaurants keep people in the area long after they have finished their jobs and errands. The area's mixed use, high density, and large populace allows for mutual support and economic feasibility. This tram stop is unique in that you are placed along a busy intersection with little dividing you from those around you, giving you a close-up yet sharp view of the car stopped next to you. The speeding bikers, smell of Mr. Burger, and the sun beating down on the pavement gives a dense richness to the precinct. The contrasting architecture adds visual interest, giving you many things and people to look at. Negatives. Being in the middle of the road, perched along a thin railing while cars, trams, people, and bikes loudly rush past is far from comforting. A sense of safety is not present at the tram stop. The traffic congestion is evident when standing along the railing dividing the tram stop from the line of cars driving along Latrobe Street. The thin railing does not provide the same functionality as the trees along the edge of the State Library, which creates a comforting barrier for the sunbathers in the front lawn. The City Loop tram is a major tourist attraction for Melbourne, providing a free tram tour of the CBD. It is not accessible to people in wheelchairs or who are not able to climb the steps of the City Loop tram. This is limiting the tram stop's audience in exchange for preserving its historical character. Tram stop 7 is located on Swanson Street along Building 10 and 12 and across from Building 80. Positives. Melbourne's huddled grid and unique buildings gives the city a high level of legibility. Swanson Street is no exception. This tram stop is easy to visually find as well as navigate. Only emergency vehicles are allowed to drive past this stop, making the road feel safe, allowing people to cross the road on their own free will. Trees soften the playful, sharp architecture, giving the area a modern yet inviting atmosphere. Negatives. The segregation of the cars on this section of the road limits the tram stop's permeability or options of transport. Only emergency vehicles are allowed on this section of the road. Building 10 and 12 creates a hard edge, limiting the tram stop's audience. The location of the tram stop caters mostly to students and academics from RMIT, diluting the stop's diversity. Not all of the positives and negatives of the precinct are black and white. Some of the stop's attributes are seen as positives, while others are seen as negatives. Each stop has its own character, bringing a range to the city.